teachers who did all this for me. I mean, I'm teaching like how my teacher shared with me. This is how my teachers were. They made it happen for you, whichever way. They never put pressure on me. They never forced me. And I'm telling you, you came to my class first time, you went into a headstand. You know, it took me 3 years to get into a headstand because my body was so weak. I had no upper body strength. I had to work so hard because I was never that kind of person. I never really focused on the body. So I had to work harder to build that strength. Flexibility was a little easier, but strength was very hard for me. So, but my teachers never pushed, they would just say 1 millimeter, Swati, 2 millimeters. And there was no pressure. They just told me, breathe. This is the only thing they asked of me. They just told me, I want that breath. Long, nice, deep. Bas. You don't worry about your outside. You don't worry about where you're going. So this is good. Amazing teachers do this. My teachers always did this, and they're wonderful. I mean, if I have learned and have been able to sustain this path, it's all thanks to them because of the way they taught me and they showed me. I've been very, very lucky with teachers, amazing teachers I worked with. And the other thing is to share the knowledge of yoga. When people come to classes, it's not enough ki acha theek hai abhi asana practice kara and then we close it. No, we have to bring the context of practice. Why are we doing this? For what purpose? What is the practice doing to you? What are the shifts that you are seeing? I share literature with people. I share books. I give them reading lists. If possible, I will immerse them into it. So this is important. My teachers did this. My teacher, my Manasa Yoga, when I studied with Manoj, he is so particular about it. He says, otherwise, what is this? They say, he used to tell us when we were doing in his class, if we would practice, he said, what you're doing is just movement practice. I won't even call it asana. So, it has to be done in a certain context. What is your state of being? And what are you connecting to? So wisdom teachings have to be integrated into mat practice. Then, it makes sense to people. And it goes a little deeper. It becomes a very rich experience. Then yoga also sustains. If you do it as a physical practice alone, for people who are not physically oriented, they don't have that kind, it will be very difficult for them to sustain their practice. See, some people are naturally exercise oriented. They can do yoga also. Then this is an additional bonus for them. But the ones who are not physically oriented, if you bring in these aspects, that becomes very easy for them then. Then they are able to show up. They're able to even keep up with the physical aspects of it because now it's something bigger that they are doing. It's an offering. So, I think it depends on how we position, how we share.
Yeah, I remember when I was attending your classes that time after doing the exercise, or all the asanas that, the physical movement that you're calling, you would always have the meaning of it, why we are doing it, not just come here, do it and go. It was like, okay, this is why we do. This is how it helps. This is how the breath works with it. There was always a context to it, which made it why we are doing it. There is a reason, just not doing the physical.
Yeah, I do more explanations on those in the foundation workshop. So you had attended my foundation workshop where I explain everything. Regular classes we do bring in bits and pieces because timing and the way the classes are run. It depends on what kind of class you're coming for. But definitely important to integrate and give this as an offering. You chose to do a foundation workshop. You chose to learn. So it also depends upon the person. It also depends on the student. What does he want? And
Okay, let's move on to our next question. What are different kinds of yoga and their benefits? How do we know where to start and what's the best fit for an individual? Is there any hierarchy in yoga?
Yeah, see, so this becomes, you go to a yoga center and there are like 15 different names. You see power yoga, core yoga, back yoga, vinyasa, hatha. Okay, so let's...
Very confusing,
Yes, so let's understand this today. Okay. When we say types of yoga, so I told you yoga is both a discipline and yoga is also used in its generic way. Like everybody, we are all Indians, we've heard of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. So let's look at it. See, a human system has 4 aspects to it. A human being, what is he made up of? Mind, body, emotion, and energy. 4 things that are made up. Mind, when you engage the mind, when you are walking the path of knowledge, then if this aspect in you is the strongest, jnana yoga. is a natural kind of match for you. If
Yeah.
emotion is the strongest, devotion comes easy to you. If dissolution into the divine comes easily to you, bhakti is a natural match for you. Karma yoga and Kriya yoga refer to action. Karma refers to outward action. Even what we perform in the world, and even the mat practice, asana, movement practice, can also be called karma. Kriya is sometimes used interchangeably. That is outward action. Kriya means inner action. Inner action meaning when I do a Kriya practice, I'm sitting. No, outside people think I'm not doing anything, but inside I'm breathing, I'm concentrating, I'm focusing on certain things. Like it's a form of meditation practice, but it's inner action. So these are the four ways. Those work on energy. Kriya works on energy. Karma works on body. So whatever we see today in yoga studios or what we call as yoga is really hatha yoga. Everything is hatha yoga. It's not even hatha yoga as we call it. The actual pronunciation is hatha yoga. But again, for the benefit of people, so people understand, even I started saying hatha yoga. Actually, it's hatha yoga. So whether you call it Iyengar yoga, core yoga, Bikram yoga, hot yoga, Ashtanga Vinyasa yoga, whatever name you call it, once you are working with asana, pranayama, you are doing hatha yoga practice. Ha means the sun, tha means moon. This is your right nostril, which is the sun aspect. This is the left nostril, which is the moon aspect. The whole practice of yoga is about integrating the two aspects of your being. So namaskar is considered as the simplest form of yoga. You bring left and right together. And if you simply hold your hands like this, eyes closed, 2 minutes, focus on something on which you can look upon with love, a state of yoga rises within you. You start to feel a little bit more balanced. So it works. This is hatha yoga. All yoga is hatha yoga. What should you choose? What kind of practice should you choose? It depends upon what do you want. What do I want? I simply want to become, there are people who come to me, say, I want to learn everything about yoga. Then I'll tell them, do a foundation workshop. And, as I see their progress, I would introduce things to them. Some people just tell me, I just want to relax. Or my knee is hurting. I need to solve this. Then I would put them into a restorative class, or I would tell them, work with props, come for this class. Some people say that, no, my thing is okay. I just want to explore yoga. Body is fit. Breathing is okay. I would tell them, okay, try vinyasa class. If the body is really okay, so it depends upon the individual what he wants. It should always be like that. What do you want? Start from there, and the class should fit that person. So it really needs talking to the teacher to understand what it is that you want.
Awesome. Okay, what are